Mary Bell. Mary Bell, after years of childhood abuse, took out her anger and frustrations on two young boys, ages 5 and 3. Mary Bell was born in May of 1957. Mentally unstable mother was, herself, a child of 17. Though Betty Bell would subsequently wed the baby's father, marriage did not guarantee a stable home. Mary's father was frequently out of work, occasionally in trouble with the law. On one occasion, Betty gave Mary away to a total stranger outside an abortion clinic, only to have the little girl promptly returned to her not too long after. Mary's so-called home was always filthy and barely furnished, and often there was nothing to eat in the house and no way to bathe or keep clean. Before long, Mary became a disruptive student at school, a chronic liar, and on one occasion voiced her desire to hurt someone bad. Another ticking time bomb waiting to go off at any moment, her horrible home life having lit the fuse. The cruel urge surfaced on May 11, 1968, when Mary and Norma Bell, no relation, were playing with a 3-year-old boy on top of a Newcastle air raid shelter. The boy fell and was severely injured, but the incident was written off as accidental. Then on May 12th, the parents of several young girls informed the authorities that Mary had choked their daughters violently, almost choking one of the girls to death. On May 25th, 2 young boys playing inside an old abandoned house discovered the remains of another young boy, Martin Brown, laying in an upstairs room. Mary and Norma Bell had followed the boys inside when they found the body, but backed off when the police arrived on the scene. With no obvious cause of death, it was assumed that Brown had died from an overdose after an empty pill bottle was found nearby. On May 26th, Norma Bell's father caught Mary choking Norma, and he slapped her in the face and sent her on her way, but didn't bother reporting it to the police. 4 days later, Mary arrived at the door of Martin Brown's home asking to see him. When Martin's mother reminded Mary of his death, Mary replied by saying, "Oh, I know the little fucker's dead. I just wanted to see him in his coffin." 2 months would go by before another death. 3-year-old Brian Howe had disappeared. An immediate search was mounted, and Mary Bell told Brian's sister that he might be playing on a heap of concrete blocks that had been dumped out at the nearby vacant lot. In fact, he was discovered there among the tumbled slabs. But he was dead. A victim of manual strangulation, legs and stomach mutilated with a razor and a pair of scissors that the police recovered at the scene. A medical examiner suggested that the killer might have been a child, since relatively little force was used. Detectives started circulating questionnaires among the local children, asking suspects to account for their movements at the time of Brian's death. Answers from Mary and Norma Bell were inconsistent, and both girls were brought in for questioning. While Mary claimed that she had seen an older boy abusing Brian, Norma soon broke down and told of watching Mary kill the boy. At trial, in December 1968, Norma was acquitted of all charges, while Mary Bell was convicted on 2 counts of manslaughter. Like infamous serial killer Otis Toole, one can't help but wonder if Mary Bell wasn't born to hurt other people, whether it be her fate, or destiny, or in her DNA. How else could one explain such bizarre, cruel, and remorseless behavior from an 11-year-old girl? I must admit, I would feel more sympathy for a little girl who had not reached their mental or emotional peak yet, yes. She had a terrible, sad home life, yes. It made her bitter and hateful and distrustful in general toward other people, yes. But still no reason to take innocent lives.